Hello everyone! Today I am going to show you a cool little carrier that I have out as a traveler right now, and it comes in a super cute little travel bag. It is the Inoshi carrier, which is a much like a wrap, except for it has a tie that you tie onto the waist, which is going to make the seat. And I know when I had talked about it in my group recently, a lot of people were having some trouble envisioning exactly how that would work. So I thought I would get it out and show you exactly what it is so you can visualize it a little bit better. So first of all, we have a base size, or at least a kind of typical base size, depending. This is equivalent to about a size 6 from what I can tell, at least. Just a regular woven wrap, but on the woven wrap you have a sewn on, let me show you where it's at in the placement of the wrap. So you have this sewn on waistband. I can show you. It's sewn on really nice and sturdy, obviously, with a cute little embroidery, which I think is really neat. So, and that's about the middle of your wrap itself. So you can kind of see as far out that I come. So the waistband is going to be right about in the middle, and bottom third portion of your wrap widthwise. So to sort of start out and how you put it on, I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see me, is I'm going to take the waistband and just tie it around my waist where I want it to be, because there's not any structure to it. I can tie it a little bit higher, or I can tie it a little bit lower, depending on what my comfort level is. But usually with wrap tie style bands, I like to tie right about at my natural waist. So that's where I'm going to tie off, and I'm going to tie a double knot on my back. And also, I forgot to show you this. The little tail has a little snappy pocket, so you can put things in your pocket too, which little keys, cell phone, that sort of thing, which is kind of nice. All right, so from there, I've got the wrap up on my waist, tied on, and this is going to make a sort of natural seat area for my baby. And then I have my front panel, which is going to pull up. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab baby to put into my wrap panel. So I'm just gonna hold baby up over my shoulder, and we're going to do basically like a front wrap cross carry or pocket wrap cross carry if you're familiar with wraparound carrier style carriers at all. So I'm going to put baby up on my waist and just situate the wrap around them. I'm going to pull my top panel up and over baby. You can also see a nice middle marker, and there's some snaps here I'll show you in just a minute as well. So I'm going to adjust that down widthwise, and I'm going to hold baby with one hand, take my farther rail and cross it underneath my body to cross around my back, and cup them up over my other shoulder. I'm going to gather this up, do a little bit of tightening, and then I'm going to switch hands. So I'm going to take this piece, hold it between my legs for just a minute, and I am going to do the same thing with the other side. So I'm just going to reach around behind me and pull and adjust, and then I'm going to pull that up over my other shoulder again, just like I did on the other side. Kind of gather it up, and that's going to give me an X on my back for lots of support, which is nice. And then I'm just going to take my time and do a little bit of tightening and get everything nice and snug and where I want it to be. So, see, I'm going to pull and do a little bit of a shrug, which is going to tighten up this top rail. I'm going to pull the middle of my wrap to tighten up around baby's middle. I'm going to adjust his leg right here. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to tighten up my bottom piece, and holding some tension on this side, I'm going to go through and do it with the same with the other side. So I'm going to pull some tension and then hold that kind of tightly between my legs, and just redo this side a little bit, make sure that it's still nice and supported and snug. So as you can see, I've got the across on my back to provide that support. I've got the tie already tied off, so that way baby has a fairly decent seat. If I tuck these behind my back for just a second and hold them in place, there we go. You can see how baby has that in position, so his knees are a little bit higher than his bottom, so he's in a nice supported seated position with a slightly curved spine, and they're overall in a fairly good position where I can keep an eye on them. So from here, I'm going to move my baby up just a teeny bit higher, so I'm going to pull my strands a little bit more. Okay, so from here I am going to take one piece and I'm going to cross it over baby's leg and under their bottom, is what I was trying to say, and then feed it around to the other side and go underneath their leg. I'm going to hold a little bit of tension and then do the same thing with the other side. So I'm going to reach around, go over, then under, and then I'm going to take both of those tails and I can just tie those off in the back as well. So I'm just going to do a knot, pull to tighten, and do a second knot. So it's a double knot in the back, and I know it's not going to slip and pull anywhere. And there we have it. So from here, if we need to adjust baby's head a little bit, which my demo doll tends to just kind of bury its head in my chest, but if you need to do a little bit of adjustments, you can do some little bit of adjustments there. You can spread these rails out just like in a front wrap cross carry if you want to. You're going to do some adjustments on your shoulder as needed, but otherwise that's pretty much it. So you also have a few accessories that can kind of come along with it. So you can see on my headrest I've got snaps, and I've got a little roll that you can snap in. So you can snap in, and if you need to, kind of roll it down to make a little headrest for baby if they need a little bit more neck support. Or, I've got my wrap unadjusted, you also have a hood that has snaps, so you can attach the hood onto the snaps as well. And so if baby goes to sleep, then you have the little sleeping hood that will attach to it as well, which is kind of a neat addition that other things don't really have. So then you have the sleeping hood, and you can leave that attached if you want to. Has drawstrings, so you can kind of pull it a little bit tighter. You can put it up and just tie it onto your straps. And that's basically the way that it works. So it's a cool little carrier. All right, thanks guys.